We're with head women's basketball coach Kerry Jenkins for his weekly check-in on GoYo.com. Coach, last week had a big win against Wittenberg here at home. Probably one of the best efforts we had all season. 4 starters in double figures, and Lily and Jahan just missed it with 9 points. So that was a nice game for you, a game that you can probably take a lot away from and hopefully build from as we move forward here as until the latter part of the season.
Yeah, we discussed a lot. We played last night. We discussed a lot about just being in the moment, and that's the difficulty that we've been struggling with the entire season. Just learning how to process and play and just be in that second and be on the court and play hard. And that's exactly what we did against Witt. Like, we just played. We played with enthusiasm, played with energy, we played with effort, and then when I think that anybody who watched us play can see our potential as a team when we go out and do those things. So it's just trying to implement those things and have them become habits long term. If we can do those things, we can be pretty competitive moving forward.
Yeah, and then you mentioned last night's game, obviously a tough loss for you. Try to make a little late comeback against Hiram. Fell a little bit short. It seemed like the turnovers kind of crept up on us a little bit again, and that seemed to be the difference. And you mentioned putting it all together and playing in the moment. So you kind of got to forget about that one as we have 2 big ones here coming up this weekend here at home. Worcester on Friday night, and then Ohio Wesleyan on Saturday. 2 critical games for you as far as the tournament picture looks. So what do we got to do to come away with a couple W's?
We gotta go back to our basics and do the things that we do well. I mean, Friday's game is not a critical game. It's our season. I mean, if we drop Friday's game, our season is essentially over. And so what we have to do is that we have to understand. This is what we were talking about last night's game. Is that we have to understand what the implications of Friday's game means, and then go out and leave it all on the court. We have a lot of good season left. In spite of last night's setback, we still have a really outside shot at a pretty favorable conference finish. And if we can do those things, we just got to go back and play with our energy, play with enthusiasm, play with effort, and understand the moment. And if we do those things, I think that we've demonstrated that we can play with anyone.
Yeah, and then to wrap it up, let's touch a little on the individual basis. I mentioned her earlier, Lily and Jahan, a girl that missed all of last season, coming on here. Talk about her growth as as the season progressed.
Lillian's a freshman by, experience standards, and she missed part of her senior year too. So, Lillian hadn't played in a very long time. And so she's done a very good job. She's learning on the fly, and I think that every once in a while, it's hard to see, but every once in a while you'll see gaps in her experience, things that she doesn't know. But Lillian has done a tremendous job to miss all of last season, and she really ended up displacing another one of our starters and moving herself into the starting lineup. Lillian's only going to get better. She's only going to improve. She has such a tremendous work ethic, and she wants to be good, and I think she wants the team to be good, which is why I think that the best for Lillian has yet to come.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks, Mark.